This is it, everyone. This is the first match of the quarterfinals in ChefCraft League. And today we bring you an excellent match to start off this next stage of the tournament. We are playing... The two teams that are playing are the drones and the chefs. Now they are joining here, and we cannot wait to present to you the 4 players that will be playing in this first game that's taking place in Palace. So, without further ado, and once they all join here, we shall present to you the 8 players, the ones that will be battling for the second spot in semifinals. Of course, because the first one was already taken in unforeseen circumstances. That doesn't matter anyways here. The second spot in semifinals will be decided in this legendary match that I'm sure all of you were excited to see it happen. So am I. I was the first one, of course, to literally have this happen. And I'm glad to be here with all of you today, once again, on a beautiful Friday afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. And, well, let's just get it started pretty soon. Once we get our 8 players ready, we shall present them to you very soon. As you can see here, the ones that have joined are with us in the pre-lobby, waiting for that one last player that we're still waiting for, the drones, I think, if I recall correctly. The entire lineups, you can see them in the YouTube description. Those are the players that will be joining here at any point in this game. I am accompanied by 2 wonderful hosts. This is Ander and this is Tatsu. Those are the colleges that are helping me get this set up. Many thanks to them, of course. And once again, it's Juan here, streaming for you all, only on ChefCraft League. And I think we should all be set up, well, not so much here. Well, you can always see that the chefs are fully ready. You have ChefRido, ChefLqrd, ChefKenzyy, and ChefAhmett. For the drones, we have Sizq, 9259, also known as Bastion. ItsFadedAway, second place winner from Season 1, absolute legend for sure, and ChefKenzyy. Great names, great players. We cannot expect any less from them. And another thing I would like to note, congratulations to both Bastion and Sizq for becoming helpers on ChefCraft. They have absolutely earned it. And I hope we can see them in the future as mods. Well, that should be all for this quick presentation. With all of them here, we shall begin this first game, that I repeat, will be in Palace. How many do we have? 10 seconds. We shall begin this pretty soon. We shall begin the first quarterfinal match in 3, 2, 1. And here we are. This is Palace. On this one side we have the drones, on this other side we have the chefs. And let's begin already. With the chefs, well, I mean, with the drones, already making the first move with Sizq making that first bridge. Or here we can see that the chefs have done their bridge and they are all here together, ChefLqrd and ChefKenzyy. They were the first ones to reach the gold, but Sizq takes the diamonds. I would rather say that taking the diamonds is way much more important than taking the gold. And Bastion won't let the chefs take that. As soon as you get them away from the diamonds, that will be very important later on in the game. Double fight here, 92-59, EggWars, Chef Slow and ChefRido. Those are some nice combos from Westloa. One thing I know from these players is that they have lots of experience in FFA, so they definitely know combat. Could be an issue later on if the chefs manage to take the drone's egg. Maybe or maybe not. So that's there. FadedAway already collecting those diamonds. I'm sure the chefs already got the fair amount as well. ChefKenzyy already saw ChefRido take some of those diamonds. That won't let... He won't let that slide, of course. Gotta stop a moment to heal. ChefKenzyy decides to just run away. ChefAhmett takes a chance to get those diamonds back to their island. We have an obsidian defense already here. Pretty excellent. And let's see if they will gear up, of course. Chef Westloa already does that. Pretty nice. ChefAhmett already heading to the mid. Gotta stack up pretty well. That's what the drones are doing, of course. And it seems like the chefs aren't doing that very much. This could be an issue later on. This Westloa already heading to the mid. Ashen will have to run away as soon as possible because they have a threat incoming. That's ChefLqrd approaching the orange island. ChefKenzyy defending as much as he can. So far so good. We don't have any threats here in the drones island. It's just ChefLqrd have been approaching them. ChefLqrd, well, that guy already got kicked off. Sizq almost gets Chef Westloa, but Chef Westloa leaves toward the island already. That could be very fatal. That could be very fatal, and unfortunately for the drones it is, as Chef Westloa takes the orange egg already. This unfortunately was too late in stopping them. So they have to counterattack somehow, and that's what EtsFadedAway and Sizq will do. ChefRido blocks the way. So close to the edge. But Chef Westloa surprises Sizq. Sizq unfortunately tried to leave, but instead failed. To the point that Sizq being eliminated already early on. Quite unfortunate for them. Let's see if EtsFadedAway can make the run for it, since it's being surrounded by 3 of the chefs already. ChefLqrd with full iron. Ashen and Kenzyy come to the rescue. Looks like ChefLqrd already is being battled by Bashan. So is Kenzyy. That's a bit of a luck moment there, unfortunately. That's what we don't like to see. But anyways, ChefKenzyy is now making the run for the blue egg. If that's what they can do, at least to have a chance at this game. Bashan and Kenzyy keep pushing. Bashan tries to make that bridge. We have ChefRido already climbing up. So is Kenzyy. That's gonna be one interesting bridge fight. That's already says deathmatch in 15 minutes. 5 minutes have passed already. ChefKenzyy gets knocked off the tower. So it looks like it won't be the chance yet for the drones. As we can see the chefs already defending fiercely the way. ChefRido proceeds to chase Kangoo. And that's a 2v1, another bridge fight. ChefRido tries to reach Kangoo. Both are climbing up in order to get them. How will this end for Kangoo, as he's now surrounded by both chefs? ChefLqrd unfortunately has to dip out. It's now between Kangoo and ChefRido. Interesting bridge fight, sumo style. And what do we see here? That's one surprise egg break for Bastion. But unfortunately, we can see that TK Kangoo unfortunately fell off that bridge, so it's now a 42. At least drones have a chance to come back, only if they manage to make this even and defeat at least 2 chefs to bring this down to a 2v2. But that was a good egg break that we were not expecting at all. All eyes were on Kangoo, but we did not see what Bastion just did right there. Pretty amazing. Kangoo's sacrifice will not be in vain, hopefully. But a 4v2, all odds are against the drones. But if they manage to turn this around and hopefully win the first game, the second one won't be that difficult for them then. Here comes Chef Wislow, already heading to the blue island, where Bastion is currently at right now. That's one upgrade to get 1 emerald. That fireball to get Chef Wislow unfortunately failed. Now he's completely surrounded. It's gonna be a 4v1, quite difficult for Bastion, unless his other teammate, that's ItsFadedAway, comes to rescue. Bastion has no choice but to try to get away from the island. So he proceeds to climb up, reach that bridge from where he came from. Or maybe not, because they fail, and they have no choice to just hit Chef Wislow. Bastion just blocks one of the windows. Chef Wislow comes from the other floor. Bastion will try to climb up once again. And so he does. And so he does. Bastion finally reaches that bridge and runs away to the mid. So, once again, at least the drones managed to make the run for it. Chef Wislow obviously won't let that slide, and he proceeds to go to the mid again. Where may Bastion be? Here's in the mid. Chef Wislow reaches them. Both of them are now alone. ItsFadedAway comes here in time. And if they manage to at least win this 2v1, the rest will be easy for the drones later on. Chef Wislow prepares for the battle. ItsFadedAway does the same. Here comes Bastion to help from behind. Chef Wislow has no chance but to run away. He's alone. Where may his teammates be? Bastion is doing all his best to at least get him away from the game. 10 minutes have passed already. ChefAhmett joins in. So does the rest of the teammates. ItsFadedAway now surrounded. It's a 2v1 here. Now being comboed by all 3 of them. And it looks like ChefAhmett is still dealing some pretty hard combos on ItsFadedAway. And those could not end well if ItsFadedAway doesn't manage to get away from it. He's all alone in mid while the rest of the chefs are just chasing them. ItsFadedAway tries to block, Chef was low, and ChefAhmett come from above. That's one helmet pop. ItsFadedAway clutches right in time, but those TNT drops could be lethal. And that's unfortunately the end for ItsFadedAway. It's now up to Bashan, who will try to turn around a 4v1. That won't be too likely. And let's see where Bashan is. It's right here in mid, on the roof of the palace. So far, Bashan is just staying there. Now he comes down, waiting to see what the chefs might try to do. So far, it isn't being so easy for him. Right now, ChefAhmett is the only one. No, never mind. The ChefLqrd is also here. Both of them are still guarding the interior of the myth. I mean, now there will be quite lethal at this very moment. ChefRido already has 90-59 Bashan located here. Now this could be a perfect chance to get ChefRido off. If he manages to do this before their teammates come to help, which they are doing, ChefAhmett and ChefLqrd already coming there. Gotta be quick to get ChefRido off the way before ChefAhmett comes here with some TNTs. ChefLqrd already here as well. Diamond Arm already here, more TNT drops. Trying to get Bashan off the island so far. Pretty stressful situation to be in. But if they manage to hold on, then at least they will still have a chance of getting one of them off the island. Hopefully. But if that doesn't happen, then they'll have to try their best to at least win the second game and still remain in the tournament. Bashan tries to leap towards the mid. He's being followed. And oh, that's Bashan being knocked off. And with this, the chefs win the first game. What an amazing performance from both teams. That was a really excellent game. Pretty well played by the drones. But this is not the end yet, as the drones will have to try their best to turn this game around. And if they do, then we will have a guaranteed third game. Now that's what we like to see, of course. This is not the end for the drones. Chefs have managed to get a really nice first game in Palace. Nobody said that it would be easy. They haven't had an easy match so far. But this is how it goes. And would you look at that? The second game will be in the birthday. The birthday map. It's that kind of map that could go either well or wrong, depending on how you plan it. And it's gonna be one interesting map that we haven't seen so often here on the ChefCraft League tournaments. Well, with the chefs already here, let's wait for the drones to also show up. These are already here. That's from the drones. TK Kangu also here. Let's see who else will also show up. Passions shows up. Let's wait for the fourth player. Who it may be. Who may be the fourth player that we're waiting for? We shall see. So for the moment we have from the drones Sizq, Bashan, and who else? Those two for the moment. But from the chess we have ChefRido, ChefLqrd, ChefKenzyy, and ChefAhmett, both ones that won the first game in Palace. We're still waiting for two of the drones to show up. So far, Sizq and Bashan have shown up. Let's see who else is left. But I gotta say, that was a really impressive first game. This is the kind of play that we would like to witness in the quarterfinals. ItsFadedAway also shows up. Now we're waiting for that fourth player. I wonder who it may be. All eyes are on that fourth player. Let's see. Let's see who the drones have chosen to be up for this monumental task, which is turning this match around and getting to the third game. It's never over, of course, and we have definitely seen some nice remontadas. And, well, it looks like it was Kangu, the last one to join. And with that, we shall begin the second game. From the side we have the drones, from this other side we have the chefs. And begin! So it seems that nothing much has changed. We have the same players from the first game. Now this could have been a perfect chance to, well... give a special shout out to Kathy. All hail Kathy for sure. Now I gotta say she's a really amazing person and a friend, so she deserves to be shouted out. If things hadn't been different, then maybe we would have seen her. But not so yet, apparently, by the decision of the drones. So we shall see how the second game goes. And maybe we can have her in the game as well. So shout out to her. You are amazing. All hail Kathy for sure. That's how the saying goes. More fighting here at mid. As you can see, both teams have already reached mid. And it looks like it was ChefRido who's getting Kangu out of the mid. Not so yet. Kangu is now chasing ChefRido now. That's the fight on top of the cake. Now for on the other side we have Passion being chased by some of the chefs. As long as you got enough resources, you can still contribute to the team. Gotta stock up for sure, that's really important. Kangoo still being chased by ChefLqrd, and ChefLqrd manages to kill Kangoo. ItsFadedAway getting that gold, those diamonds. So are the chefs. It's ChefAhmett who is chasing ItsFadedAway. Gonna have to run away before you lose all those gold and diamonds. Sizq comes here to help. But ChefLqrd obviously won't let that happen. ChefAhmett manages to separate both teammates. ItsFadedAway running away with the bounty. Looks like Sizq will try to make the run for the egg, leaving two of them behind, while ChefWeslo and ChefRido are already here in the island. Gotta climb up, and hopefully, if you have a leap, then you know for sure that you will have that egg guaranteed. But you cannot let ChefAhmett get you off that bridge, and so Sizq kicks ChefAhmett off that bridge. Sizq continues to climb up, approaching the egg pretty quickly. ChefLqrd already geared up with full iron. That's gonna be a difficult task. Might be wise waiting for one of the teammates, but you won't have that much time before ChefRido already comes to you. ChefAhmett tries to get Sizq off the island, and so he managed to do that. Sizq had that leap in hand. Too bad he couldn't use it. ChefLqrd and ChefWeslo approaching the mid. Bashan already there. ItsFadedAway on the lower side. ItsFadedAway blocks the entrance, blocks the exit, and heads for the egg. Looks like they won't have an easy chance, as there's still two teammates there. But who knows? Could be the perfect chance to get that egg, because it seems like orange egg is still pretty much intact. I wonder what the other two teammates from the chefs might be. Could ItsFadedAway accomplish what Sizq couldn't back then? ChefAhmett defending on alone. They kick them off. ItsFadedAway gets in. Tries to box, but unfortunately ChefRido and ChefAhmett got him out pretty quickly and in time. "15 minutes left. Sizq managed to get ChefWeslo off the island. ItsFadedAway manages to finally box in. And that's a nice egg break from the drones. If that's what they need to finally turn this game around. With this, it's now up to the drones to finally eliminate the chefs. All four of them are here. So it looks like it might be happening. The remontada might be happening. Let's see if that is true. Bridge fight between ItsFadedAway and ChefAhmett. ItsFadedAway having the clear advantage. Not so much now that ChefAhmett managed to get ItsFadedAway off the balloon. And while those two take care of ItsFadedAway, we can see that ChefLqrd is already heading to the mid, possibly to get Orange's egg back. ItsFadedAway obviously won't let that happen, as they now approach ChefLqrd with the help of ChefKenzyy, who's already chasing them. Looks like ItsFadedAway knows that ChefKenzyy has got this under control. Let's see if that is true. That's one potion throat ChefLqrd that unfortunately impairs them. Ashen comes here to help. Let's see what's going on here. ItsFadedAway on top of that bridge, waiting for ChefLqrd to climb up as well. ItsFadedAway gets ChefLqrd off that bridge. ChefRido comes here to help. Another uncomfortable 2v1. But it seems that ItsFadedAway is managing this pretty well. Gotta clutch. Gotta save yourself from the edge. But unfortunately, he ended up being killed, which is now a free way for ChefLqrd and ChefRido to reach the mid and hopefully get Orange's egg back. Situation with ChefLqrd isn't being so great. ChefKenzyy also being there. That's a 2v2. ChefRido comes here to help ChefLqrd. Sizq also comes here to help. Somebody's gotta defend mid. Somebody gotta defend the Orange Island, by the way. That's what Orange team are trying to do at this very moment. Nice and pretty balanced 2v2 here. Which is, looks like the drones are pretty much handling better than in the first game. And so far, Sizq is getting the best from ChefRido. ChefRido just cannot keep handling Sizq. That's ChefLqrd comes here to help. So ChefRido can at least heal up. That's ChefAhmett being eliminated. Could the comeback be happening? ChefKenzyy won't let ChefLqrd get closer to the orange egg, which nobody is defending right now. Well, except for ItsFadedAway, who's already there. ChefKenzyy knows how dangerous an egg break could be at this very moment. ItsFadedAway prepares to defend that egg. Here comes with ChefLqrd. That's gonna be a 2v1 right near, but ChefLqrd leaps towards the egg. ChefKenzyy is standing on top of the egg. ItsFadedAway climbs up. Managed to kick ChefLqrd off the tower. That's ChefLqrd being eliminated. ChefLqrd still tries to get the egg, and he does, but at this moment, it might not be so worth it anymore, as it's a 4v2, which is very difficult to turn around. But at least he managed to do it with a fast pick. Pretty worth it. But he's now surrounded in Orange Island. Sizq climbs up. That's one bow shot. That could have been a fireball. That was so close. Now it's happening. ChefLqrd is kicked off the bridge. Looks like the chefs aren't having an easy time in this game. And it's now up to ChefRido. We're so dangerously close to the egg, but their health was too low. Could this be the comeback of the drones? We're heading on to the third game. The long-awaited third game. It's not over yet for the drones. This is just so interesting. This is just so interesting. It's getting really nice. let's go over for the third game that will be in a perfect map for this very occasion. And that map is food. So buckle up, make yourself that nice dinner, and prepare for the long-awaited third game, last game that will decide who gets into the semifinals. When you believe, you can do many things, and the drones have just demonstrated that you cannot give up even in the harshest of moments. Even in the harshest of situations, you cannot just give up. And we could be seeing the remontada, as we like to call it, here in Spain. The final game is here. We can see that the chefs are already here. So is ItsFadedAway and Sizq. Let's see who else is joining for this very last game. That shall be Bashan, ChefRido, ChefLqrd, ChefKenzyy, and ChefAhmett. The fourth men from the chefs that have been in the first game and second game. And from the drones, we have Sizq, ItsFadedAway, and we also have Bashan. And who else we may have here? Fortunately, I cannot look right now. But that will be ItsFadedAway and ChefKenzyy, so nothing much changed. It's the lineups of those four miraculous people that have managed to turn this match around. We gotta believe in them. We gotta believe in the drones. We gotta believe in the chefs. Let's see who will get to win this last match. This last game. We shall begin right away. Now this is food. Perfect map for this last game. Over here we have the drones. Over here we have the chefs. And we shall begin. So Sizq already making that bridge towards the mid. So is ChefLqrd and ChefAhmett. Both teams already got their diamonds. We have our first fight here between Bashan and ChefRido. We'll stop ChefRido from getting back those diamonds, of course. Obsidian defense over there. Nice. It's gonna be a duel fest here in such a small mid. This is why this map is just so perfect for this very last game. Bashan already making that quick rush, but is impeded by ChefAhmett. ChefLqrd already fully, well, sort of geared up, but they have that diamond sword that is very important at this very moment. What matters is that you get those diamonds as quick as possible. Bashan blocking the way. ChefKenzyy tries to block, gets ChefLqrd off the bottom of the map, the mid, but unfortunately they were too low health, so they died instead. And it looks like so far the chefs are pretty much dominating mid right away. Here comes Sizq. It's gonna be another 2v1. ChefLqrd takes the chance to go for the orange egg. Gets Sizq off the way. And proceeds to climb up. So does ChefKenzyy. Let's see how this bridge fight goes. ChefLqrd manages to clutch. But Sizq throws them off the tower. And off the bridge as well. Nice and well defended. Sizq unfortunately had a bit of an oopsie, but they managed. They'll have to get up as soon as possible. Another fight here. Bashan and ChefAhmett. That's one helmet pop. Gotta run as soon as possible before you get killed. Ooh, somebody must have a Roshan in their sword. ItsFadedAway tries to go for the egg. Is impeded by ChefRido. The entire team is going for ItsFadedAway. Sizq comes here to help. ChefRido tries their best to clutch, and they do. Those were some excellent jump resets. ItsFadedAway takes the chance and goes straight for the egg if ChefAhmett doesn't stop them, which they don't. Do they have the fast pick? No, they don't. ChefAhmett tries to get them away. ItsFadedAway is having a hard time trying to box in. Food is really annoying because the egg isn't one block above, it's right on the ground, so it's not that easy to box in those situations. In those maps as well. ChefAhmett and ChefRido trying their best to defend their egg. ItsFadedAway completely alone. ItsFadedAway trying their best to get to the orange egg, but unfortunately we have an egg break. That's ChefLqrd getting blue team's egg. That's gotta be one fatal blow for the ItsFadedAway, because if they don't get blue's egg right away, they won't get to win this match. Oh my god, what's going on with the servers lately? Anyways, ItsFadedAway still trying to reach for blue egg. ChefLqrd comes here to help. Bashan and Kangu come here to help, finally! Well, if you cannot defend your egg anymore, might as well just give it your last shot. And it's a wonderful 3v3. And we like to see here the struggle for the egg. ItsFadedAway takes the chance and gets the blue egg. Once again, we have an early death match. And it's the perfect chance to turn this game around because ChefAhmett has just fallen to the void. ChefRido is very close to falling else again. It's a 3v2 right now. Sizq unfortunately failed, we're even now. But fret not, as we're still in a 3v2 here on Blue Island. Bashan is trying their best to get ChefRido off. ChefRido tries to clutch as much as he can. They fall off the island. It's a 3v2 right now. ChefLqrd is dangerously so close to the edge. What are we witnessing here? ChefLqrd fighting for the life at this very moment. They manage to block, but it's surrounded by ItsFadedAway and Bashan. And once again, ChefLqrd tries to clutch. They're so close to the edge. ChefLqrd tries to get TK off the bridge. That was one excellent leap toward the mid to save yourself. But unfortunately, that leaves them out of the game. Well, out of the map right now. The battlefield, if you decide to say. TK come back. The last moments of this match are being decided right now. ChefLqrd once again fighting for his life. ItsFadedAway giving their best to get them off the island. ChefLqrd makes the run for it. That leaves ChefLqrd to defend for themselves right now against TK. Once again, so close to the mid. They leap to the mid. Looks like the battle isn't over, folks, but the drones are making one excellent comeback at this very moment. And so, ChefLqrd and ChefWesloa have no chance but to go back to Orange Island to at least gear up. Guess the drones will have to do the same. Those are the two last ones that are still fighting for the entire team and fighting for the chance to still get on the quarterfinals. Won't be easy. Nobody said this would be easy. This is the kind of match that we were expecting to happen on the quarterfinals stage. Right now, the drones are doing what they can and just are collecting those diamonds already for that future final fight that they had so close to finish already. ChefWesloa already battling Bashan. Bashan has the sword advantage. He's now surrounded by both TKKangu and Bashan. ChefWesloa tries to run away. ChefLqrd comes here to help. He's now being 3v1. Now, the one who's being 2v1 is ItsFadedAway. It's crucial that the teammates do not separate, because otherwise you will be having situations like this. Another luck moment. We don't like seeing those. ItsFadedAway and TKKangu trying to surround ChefLqrd. ChefWesloa tries to ambush ItsFadedAway. ItsFadedAway sees them in time. Could this be the end right now? ChefWesloa dealing some nice crits to TKKangu. But instead they decide to go for Bashan. TKKangu defends. ItsFadedAway helps Bashan at this very moment. ChefLqrd once again so dangerously close to the edge. They live to save themselves. It's Bashan who is now trying to get ChefLqrd off the game for good. Vader will have to be careful that TKKangu comes here to help. ItsFadedAway has to run for this moment, has to sit out so they can at least replace their armor and gear up once again. Equal 2v2 right here. Both teams giving it their all. TKKangu comes here to help before Bashan unfortunately succumb to the crits that both ChefLqrd and ChefWesloa were dealing right now. TKKangu falls to the lower part of the myth. TKKangu unfortunately fell off the map. We're now even. We're back to being even right now. This is absolute cinema, folks. I have no other words right now, at this very moment. Looks like the game will last a bit longer now that TKKangu unfortunately was eliminated. Both teams will have to do their best to gear up once again. If that's the case, of course, because it looks like the chefs are heading to the Blue Island. ChefLqrd to gear up. ChefWesloa to gain some of those resources. Oh my boys. Well, Bashan already fully geared up, as they should. What about its fade away? Its fade away reaches for with Chef Wesloa. Chef Wesloa is currently alone. So is its fade away. Better not get too close to where Chef's teammate is, because otherwise you will get 2v1. And we don't want that at this very moment. We don't want that. Both teams just collecting these resources at this very moment, so that by the time they reach deathmatch, they are fully prepared for what may come. Chef Wesloa goes back to their home island. ItsFadedAway does the same. Bashan also there. ChefLqrd in the mid. It's just like I described. Both teams are now taking their sweet time to gear up, so that when deathmatch comes, or they're very near deathmatch, they are at least fully ready to give their best in the final fight. We were so close to that final fight way back then. The drones couldn't resolve, unfortunately, but they did manage to get 2 of them out. So did the chefs. We're completely even right now. Chef Wesloa has cleaned up some of the myth, just to ensure that they know that they do not get trapped in any of those blocks that they have placed here. ItsFadedAway already goes for Chef Wesloa. 5 minutes left till deathmatch. Chef Wesloa tries to run away from ItsFadedAway, and so they do. They tower up. ChefLqrd comes to the rescue. Where did ItsFadedAway go? They are still there in mid. Right below ChefLqrd and Chef Wesloa. It's not the time yet to fight. And so, blue team return to their island. ChefLqrd already heading to the mid. They're gonna be on top of the burger, it seems. Who will they go for first? You bet it's ItsFadedAway, or you bet it's Bashan. And they go first for ItsFadedAway. That's an ambush. An expected ambush. Fortunately, Bashan is there to help with a drink. With a strength potion. And looks like the final fight is here. It's more of a 1v1 here. The drones manage to separate both chefs. Chef Wesloa jumps to the lower part of the mid. Now all focus is on ChefLqrd. Chef Wesloa climbs up. Of course, they won't let Chef Wesloa help their teammates. So ChefLqrd is once again alone. They do their best to climb up and at least get out of there. 3 minutes left. ItsFadedAway already heading on the same level as ChefLqrd, already up there. And looks like the drones would rather prefer a beach fight, where if they have more advantage in that case, could be very beneficial for them. Or maybe not. They go back to the mid. They go back to their base to gear up. 3 minutes left. Very important. Gotta gear up as much as you can at this very moment, because the shops will disappear. ChefRido, you better be quicker than that and return to your home base as soon as possible. That match will be in 2 minutes. Gotta make the last purchases, and as long as you're fully geared up, then you can give it your all. Very important in that case. Both ChefLqrd and ChefRido are doing that. They're gear amped. What about ItsFadedAway? Full diamond over there. Bastion full iron jet. If they are quick enough, Bastion will also be able to gear up with full diamond. The myth is messy as always. I've never seen a myth so riddled with blocks. It's outrageous. ChefRido and ChefLqrd already there. What about the drones? Well, we have Bastion already there in mid. 1 minute left until deathmatch. Bastion already goes for ChefLqrd, who is not able to return to their island yet, because Bastion is not letting them climb up. That's one excellent bow shot. Here comes ChefRido from behind. ItsFadedAway was already waiting for them. 30 seconds left. But we can already say that the deathmatch has begun. Lag moment, unfortunately. That was a horrible lag moment right there. And here comes the last fight. The fight that will define who gets to be in the semifinal. And with that, the deathmatch has begun. The final fight is upon us, and we shall finally see how it all ends here. Both teammates are now separated, but looks like ChefRido is the one who's gonna suffer a bit more. ChefLqrd comes here to help. If they manage to get ItsFadedAway off the mid, that will be very beneficial for the chefs. But of course that isn't happening. Bastion opts to getting ChefLqrd off the mid. That would be a lot easier in that case. ItsFadedAway so dangerously close to the edge. ChefRido being dealt some crits. ChefLqrd has to replace that armor. And if ChefLqrd doesn't help ChefRido in time, now they do. ChefRido will have to take that time to heal up. And it seems like the drones are at least winning this match for this very moment. ChefRido with chestplate armor, with chainmail armor, that's very weak. That's a helmet pop from Bastion. Looks like ChefRido didn't have any more backups because but at least they're still holding on pretty well. What is Bastion doing? What is Bastion doing? Why are you not holding a sword right now, this very moment? Looks like you'll have to get away from there before you get annihilated, because that was very painful. And of course they do. And of course they do. With no sword, with no weapon at all, that's gonna be very awful. And ItsFadedAway is now currently alone. Bashan has been warned not to leave mid. They'll have to return as soon as possible. It's faded away all alone here. All because Bashan didn't have a weapon at this very moment. They'll have to hold on for as long as they can before they get destroyed. That's a helmet pop from ItsFadedAway, unfortunately. It would be difficult to get ChefLqrd off the mid. But at least if ItsFadedAway manages to knock out ChefLqrd, that will be a lot easier for them. That's a boots pop. Now it could be the perfect chance for Bashan to get ChefLqrd off the mid, now that the way is cleared up. Well, it looks like ChefLqrd has been definitely holding on pretty well. ItsFadedAway's armor has been completely destroyed. They had to rely on their backup armor now. ItsFadedAway now being surrounded by both ChefLqrd and ChefLqrd. Bashan still trying to get ChefLqrd off the map. This is a very tense situation right now. ItsFadedAway managed to lock ChefLqrd in place, but ChefLqrd got away with it. Well, now ItsFadedAway who's being critted to the brim by ChefLqrd. Those are some TNT drops. Let's see. Those were some TNT drops from the drones. ItsFadedAway unfortunately has to leave for now. Bashan is alone at this very moment. This is very tense, folks. ItsFadedAway will try to get any of them to come back down and see if they will fall down, which I don't think that will be the case yet. Bashan with no weapon at all, that's gonna be very hard for him. But they have held on pretty well. Let's see what will happen from now on. ChefLqrd proceeds to climb up, so does ChefLqrd. They'll try to get Bashan out of the map, it seems. Now both drums fall below mid. ItsFadedAway gives Bashan a weapon. Finally, about time. What is ChefLqrd doing here? Well, Bashan and ItsFadedAway go back to mid. ItsFadedAway so dangerously close. So dangerously close to the verge of elimination. ChefLqrd blocks the way. ItsFadedAway will have to go for the other side. And once again, we have this kind of stalemate, but since it's the last game, we can still wait. But not so long, because we wouldn't want to have another another dragon situation. It's faded away, making that safe tower. ChefRido already approaching them. ChefRido makes a TNT cannon, falls perfectly on its faded away. ChefRido tries again. That one didn't go so well. ChefRido proceeds to tower towards its faded away. And if I'm very correct, ChefRido proceeds to drop that TNT on its faded away. He tries again. Too late, because it faded away cover themselves. Now with a weapon, Bashan will have a better chance at getting ChefLqrd, who breaks the chest plate. ChefRido comes here to help. It's faded away, returns. Now we're back in the battle we all deserve to see. It's faded away, unfortunately got eliminated. It's now up to Bashan once again. ChefRido gets their helmet broken. ChefLqrd is locked at this very moment. ChefRido falls to the bottom of the map. This could be a perfect chance to get them off the game for a while. Bashan proceeds to go to ChefLqrd to hopefully finish them, because they are now completely surrounded by obsidian. If he manages to get ChefLqrd off, this will be great for the drones right now. What a tense situation we're living in. This is absolutely amazing. Bashan is now in his last straw. Regears once again. Unfortunately, Bashan is fully locked in obsidian. Not so good for them. Not so good for them. But they managed to get away, at least with their without their helmet and without their... And that's how the game goes. With this, I am very pleased to say that the chefs have managed to qualify for the semifinals. And with this, the match is over, folks. The match is over. The chefs qualify for the semifinals. Pretty amazing match from the... wait, I got it wrong. No, it was not the drones. Hold on. Nope. Let me change it real quick. Alright. Without any further ado, I can finally announce that the chefs have qualified for the semifinals and will be taking on the daunting task of fighting whether it's the Clubs or Omelette Warriors. And with that, we have our first Final Four team. That's the chefs. Congratulations to the chefs. Well played by the drones. That was an amazing match. Absolutely amazing. It's not how some of us wanted it to end, but we have to give some merit for the chefs and some merit for the drones too. Congratulations to both of them. They have played absolutely well. This is right what we wanted to see. This is the match that we wanted to see in the quarterfinals. And we will get to know the rival of the chefs tomorrow. Don't miss out. The chefs will be battling either the clubs or Omelette Warriors. With this, that's it for today. Everyone, I hope everyone here has enjoyed this as much as I did. And I would like to end this stream with 3 words. All hail Kathy, all hail the drones. They have played absolutely pretty well. Respect for them, because they deserve it as well. And with this, I log off saying good night, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. And we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have 3 amazing matches. I would like to tell you which ones those are. BKD or Saw vs Void Raiders and Angst vs Dragons. Those will be the bedrock matches for round 2. And of course, the long-awaited match, the clubs versus the Omelette Warriors. In between those 2 bedrock matches. With this, I shall go.